Now, this question here, it says the function f of x is graphed on the set of axes below, right? I can see right away, I know that's not quadratic, okay? But the way that I'm going to answer this question here, even though it's about what I would call a polynomial function, is going to be analogous to the way that I would answer a question about quadratic functions, because a quadratic function is a type of polynomial function, okay? Note that it hinges on zeros. And again, when we hear that word zeros, remember there's a lot of different ways that we can talk about what a zero is sometimes we call those roots, okay? Sometimes we call those solutions. But what's going to make the most sense for this question is we call those guys as well intercepts. But more specifically, an x-intercept. Okay, so again, this is going to work the same way that I would analyze a quadratic function if I was looking to find its zeros or its x-intercepts. Is simply, I want to know where does this cross the x-axis, which is here. And that's really easy to spot in a graph. So I can see I've got one intercept or zero here, another here, and finally here. Okay, as I just go left to right and look for where that graph touches the x-axis. So my actual zeros of f of x are these values that we identified here. Okay, -2, +2, and 3. Okay, those are the zeros. Now, if I want it to be more specific, I could say x equals -2, x equals 2, and x equals 3. Remembering to box my answers. Okay. Now, how do I explain my reasoning? Okay. Is explaining what, in fact, a zero is. Okay. Is I could say that these here are zeros because f of x, which is the function that they gave us, is equal to 0 at these x values. And that is the exact definition of what a zero is. Visually, we're saying that, right, my graph touches or intersects the x-axis at those specific points. Mathematically speaking, what we're saying is that f of x, right, the y value has a value of 0 here, right? So at this point here, I know that f of -2 equals 0. I know at this point here, f of 2 equals 0. And I know lastly at this point here, f of 3 equals 0. And we're getting that all that information straight from the graph here.